Hey, what's up? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and welcome to Late Night Comics. I am, of course, dealing with some issues because that seems to be how things work. But I didn't want to delay the show. I was already a minute late or so, and you'll just have to watch me vamp as I try to figure out what's going on here with a couple things, and we'll get going. So if you're joining us on the replay, thanks for watching. I appreciate watching, and I appreciate your patience as I deal with some of this stuff. Mostly I'm just trying to get my chat stuff working here. I am. Hey, how's it going, Western Australia? What time is it there? What's your local time? Okay, there we go. Looks like I have that up. And get the style going there. Nope. Why you be that way? Yeah, sorry guys. So looks like I can get it working. Just trying to make that window not disappear off the edge of the screen. What do you think? Should it be over there? Is that a better spot for it with this new setup? So I kind of moved some things around in my house. So I think this is kind of the new angle we're gonna go with here. But looks like Preston has a delayed Things from Another World order. Yeah, that went out to, I believe, all customers, all people that do pre-orders with Things from Another World. I got that as well. They are doing some discounts. I don't know if you saw that. They're doing some discounts and stuff, which kind of helps for me. I'm not somebody who needs to have my stuff like right away or anything. So I actually kind of dug that. So I thought that was kind of cool. So this is a late night comic show. We are going to talk about some news. We are going to do some unboxings. Trying to get in my role here. We don't know. That's part of what I'll get to. So it's 1:08 Thursday in Western Australia. So yeah, you're in the future to us, which I always thought was kind of cool. Back in my like ICQ days, kind of dates me, right? I used to talk to some people in Australia, specifically Western Australia. I think it's because I was in Washington, WA, and they were in Western Australia. So we just kind of found each other that way because we thought we were in the same spot, but we weren't. So yeah, let's see how many people we got rolling in here. Looks like 5 viewers, a little bit lower view tonight. So we'll probably start with some unboxings, but I do want to say it's a super chat giveaway video. All my late night comic shows are. Hey, what's up, SG? How's it going? So the first comic we're gonna this is the automatically unlocked super chat giveaway, the Frizzen Catwoman 34. This was brought to us by our partners over at Dangerous Waters Comics and More. Remember, you can save 10% over there by using the code BRONZE10. So that's the automatic comic. If we get to $20, I'll unlock a new comic and we'll kind of go from there. I do have some pretty cool stuff. So no slabs tonight. I'll just, don't want anybody to get their hopes up. But I got some cool stuff. I think some stuff you're going to like. So definitely start the super chats rolling if you want to see what that stuff is. But no matter what, you can win that Frizzen Catwoman cover. Hey, what's up, Michael? Good to see you in the show. Live long and prosper, sir. I also thought the cool Star Trek trivia about that was that Zachary Quinto, who played Spock, obviously in the J.J. Abrams reboot stuff, couldn't do the Vulcan salute. Like, some people just genetically can't do it. So he had to super glue his fingers together correctly to do it, which I thought was kind of interesting. hopefully that's real and not apocryphal, but yeah, it's kind of a fun story. Yeah, they're really nice covers. Really nice covers. Hey, what's up, GT Comic? Sorry, GT Key Comic. So yeah, we are going to get to the news with the ransomware diamond issue. Something that I probably should have done a video about, because I actually knew about it before it seemed like it was a big deal, and a lot of people were kind of shrugging it off. And maybe it isn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things. So I guess I should have done that, but I've been very busy. So I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. You haven't seen as many videos from me. That's going to change. I am going to ramp up production on videos. I'm going to film some stuff and try to kind of book some episodes so stuff like this doesn't happen again. And I have some cool content ideas. So I'll go over that first. And also we're going to talk about the Spider-Man No Way Home news. I forgot to mention that. So I'm going to do some voiceover videos basically because they're faster for me to produce. I'm kind of like, I have to set up to film, and as you may, it probably looks more official now, but I'm filming in my dining room, and my dining room is just my studio / workspace with my computer and stuff like that. My living room is that way, and my kitchen is that way, and you know, my upstairs and stuff is that way. So I have to kind of convert my whole living space to film and get the lighting right and everything like that. So I have limited times I can film. But I can sit at the computer and record and get my vocals down and easily throw that over some like images and stuff. A lot of really good, like Comics by Perch does that kind of style. He actually famously sort of doesn't show his face. A few other channels have done that. Like, you know, Chris over at Journo's Comics and Pop Culture does videos like that occasionally. Reggie does videos like that occasionally. So I'm gonna try to do some of that because it's easier to get videos out. And especially stuff like my first video that I'm gonna do like that. Actually, I need to show a lot of covers anyway to talk about it. So I'm like, well, that kind of goes naturally. So I'm going to do some of the videos like that, probably like one a week, if not more, kind of as news develops, that kind of stuff. And we'll continue to do this live show every Wednesday. And I'll probably try to do one, you know, top 5 not to buy. And also I'm going to do looking back at my previous picks on top 5 not to buy and how those have performed 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road. I'm gonna start doing that as well. So every other week, you probably get a top 5 not to buy. On the other week, you get kind of a recap of how I did. So I think that's gonna be kind of a fun little content schedule. And then as possible, I'll try to do other videos as well. So we are up to 9 viewers, it looks like here, from what I can see on my end. So thanks for doing that, folks. Thanks for watching the Late Night Comic Show. Again, it is a giveaway video. We are giving away the Catwoman Frizen if you do the super chat, and I will unlock a new prize at $20 super chat. But let's get into some unboxings, and then we'll go over the news. Let's do this first. I was most concerned about this package. I got some stuff, a couple eBay like single book pickups, an Instagram pickup, and I have my FOC order. This is one of those envelopes where it's like, I have no idea how they packed this, so I'm nervous. I also don't want to show my address on YouTube. So padded envelope, never really a good sign. Let's see what they did. Okay, we got a cardboard sandwich in here. It's promising. Thanks for the purchase. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. So I didn't go after anything like super crazy, but I did go after some interesting stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that content plan. If you're catching this on the rewind, you can leave a comment. It is the 10th. You have a few hours left to go ahead and go over to Dangerous Waters Comics and more, dangerouswaterscomics.com, and make a purchase using the code Bronze10. You'll save 10%. And if you do that, you get entered for a chance to do my Wonder Woman giveaway that they're sponsoring. There's like a statue. There's a hardcover book, some comic books, including like some black and gold variants. So I really recommend doing that. If there's something you want to buy over there, of course. But if you go over and buy something, you get entered for a chance to win if you use that discount code. Okay, so interesting. They put it kind of in a magazine board here. I'm going to take it out of that, or magazine bag. All right, very flimsy board. Got Dazzler #1, which I didn't have a copy of. And I've always thought that's a classic cover. Very cool cover. And this was, price was right. Got some spine ticks, but it's, it's not too bad. And I don't have a copy, so I wanted to get a copy. I see things like, Dazzler's first appearance is kind of going nuts. So I thought, well, probably better get, now that I think it was Bryce that kind of blew up a lot of these modern characters for solo title, Bryce Comics. And yeah, figured may as well get that one taken care of. Guys are quiet tonight. Makes me nervous. I keep checking to make sure that I'm actually still broadcasting. Let's do this pickup from That Comic Book Guy on IG. One of my favorite sellers on IG, guys. Go check him out. That Comic Book Guy. The guy is a super professional, good seller. Always been a pleasure to work with. And importantly, too, he's always getting new stuff in, which helps. Like, I think he just picked up a collection, actually, and hopefully we'll be seeing some cool listings coming from that. I actually usually just don't get in on his stuff. I usually get beat to the punch. I had to turn off post notifications for him because I'd probably go broke if I just sat there and watched his new posts all day. So, which is a good thing too. Not going broke, but that he has that many good comics listed to sell. Okay. Well, you probably already saw most of the second comic I got. I'm trying to complete. I will say this is a little harder to get into. I'm trying to complete the run of Marvel Comics Presents Weapon X, and I'm missing like 3 issues. So I picked up his copy of 76. So, and that's in really good shape. So that's awesome. This is personal collection of this stuff though, so I'm not necessarily like, doesn't have to be in pristine condition. But this is one of those ones where it started to heat up, and it's I guess you could call it FOMO, but it's not like FOMO of like, oh man, I need to spec on that book, which is what a lot of people talk about when they say FOMO in comic books. This is like, oh man, like if that thing like prices out and I never get copies of that run, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. This has always been one of my favorite covers from the Black Suit Spider-Man era. Spectacular Spider-Man 101. I just love that cover. So very cool to get that in a newsstand in really good shape. Little discoloration, like a little yellowing or whatever, but like on a black and white cover from this era, that's hard not to do. Very cool. I'm going to put this next to my Alpha Flight #2. 2 or 3. The one with Aurora on the cover. Man, am I streaming okay? You guys are that quiet, aren't you? I'm gonna double check in on the stream. So that's cool. Very cool. Looks like we are still going. Got 13 watchers. That's cool. Thanks for being here, guys. Hopefully I'm not boring you. I am a little tired. It's been, like I said, it's been a long week. I've had a lot of stuff going on. My wife is at work doing like an overnight inventory right now. Which sucks for her and for, you know, for us too. We wanted to see her, my daughter and I. Well, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody tape a Gemini mailer shut on the sides like that without tape in the middle. Don't know if I like that. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Most packagers for selling comic books, they think tape is the answer to every packing issue. And too much tape can actually be a problem. This is masking tape, but you know, no pull tabs, which makes things a lot easier. But I'm not perfect, you know. I've definitely tried to improve my shipping. Oh, okay, that's cool. This is not what I thought it was. The eBay tape they used on the package threw me off. Cool. So do you guys know Chin Potter? This is his House of Slaughter cover he did, his Banksy House of Slaughter cover. He did a Department of Truth Banksy cover that went nuts. So I got 2 copies of that. That's cool. I opened it up. I was like, what? Because I did not realize that's what that was. That is very cool. Nice. That actually makes me wonder. I thought these were some different things. All right, you guys are being insanely quiet. Can you shoot me a message so I know you're able to chat? Just say hi or something. I've never seen you guys be this quiet. Okay. So Joe says that he has about 5 original art pieces from Chin before he got any covers. 6 pieces. That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, you know, most people know that I was a fan of economics and comics, and Chin used to be a regular on his show. Okay, cool. Thanks, SG. I appreciate it. I know SG's usually working while he watches, so it makes sense he wouldn't chat normally, assuming that's the case. But I appreciate it. You guys are just quiet. I'm like, is this going out? Like, I can see it on YouTube, but hey, maybe it's just a sedate evening, huh? And then yeah, for the super chat prizes, of course you guys don't have to super chat. If you do want to super chat, trust me, there are better prizes coming, unlockable prizes. I do appreciate that, SG. Hey, what's up, Dude Junior Ryan? How's it going? How's it going? Are you having a wonderful evening? I just realized, yeah, I can kind of make out your avatar there a little bit. Looks like it might be pretty cool. And we got Doc Lale in here, listening while headed home. Some messaging. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's cool. I guess I'm just not seeing some of my regulars and just kind of not seeing so much chat come through. Made me wonder, but it is all good. It is all good. And then we got Cat Fan Comic Man's in the house. What's up, Cat Fan? How you doing? Oh, looks like I am. Let's do that. Adjusting on the fly here. Okay, so what's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, they boarded. I get it. So I just realized I didn't pull out something that I meant to. That's what she said. But I got back. So I submitted a Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti signing to CGC. And I got back. Oh, that tape kind of ruined the bag. It's going to make it look like it's in worse shape than it is. I got back my Power Girl #1 signed by both of them from CGC, which is awesome. It was just a one comic submission. I was, I couldn't do a bunch. I love Amanda Connor's art. I think Jimmy Palmiotti's cool. I would have gotten more stuff signed by them if I could afford it, but that's the only one I could afford. And that was my personal copy, just that I've had since the day it came out on the rack, of a Power Girl #1. It was the Adam Hughes cover that I got. So I didn't have the A cover for that issue, and I wanted one since now mine's slabbed. I have the whole run. So I got the Amanda Connor A cover, which probably would have been better for them to sign, but that Adam Hughes cover is awesome. It'd be cool someday to get Adam Hughes to sign that as well. But yeah, Power Girl #1. New Brazzers video uploaded. Got your live stream silently playing in the background. I understand. I think most people would probably have my audio playing over the Brazzers video, though. That's the way to go. I'm the only one that watches that type of content without any audio. I just don't care for the fake sounds. So there you go. Holy, oh boy. This is like a parcel. Like a parcel on a pear tree. So it's gonna be fun getting into this one. Oh, hey, we got Cat Fan Comic Man in the house with a $5 super chat. $5 super chat. So in $15, we'll unlock the next super chat prize. It's a good one. It's a good comic. It's an exclusive comic book, I'll say that. And it's got Wolverine on it. Cat Fan. Awesome. Good luck, Cat Fan. Oh, hey, we got J2 in the house. Pop in, show some love. It's been a while. Hope all is well. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, everyone. Thanks a lot, J2. I appreciate that. Thanks very much, man. Hopefully you stick around. Why are Incredible Hulk 1 and Avengers 1 not as valued as Amazing Fantasy 15, says Amar Khan. Simple reason. Those characters are not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular Marvel character, hands down. So that's why. Avengers 1 actually was criminally undervalued for a very long time until the MCU. And it's finally, I think, kind of getting its due. Hulk is actually not bad. Oh my God. I don't know about this packing job. But yeah, I think that's the basic reason. So you never underestimate the power of Spider-Man. Like when Spider-Man 3 came out, and I know it sucked. But when it came out, I worked for Regal Cinemas for a long time. Oh, geez, dude, you're killing me with this packaging. eBay seller. Let me rip through the paper first, and I'll talk. So I was working for Regal Cinemas, and I'd worked Spider-Man launches before, but never I was in a big city for the first time at a big, huge multiplex. And that's the busiest I've ever seen a movie theater. And I saw some pretty busy movie theaters. I worked at Lord of the Rings, that whole kind of era, Harry Potter, one of the Jurassic Park sequels. I mean, probably Matrix, stuff like that. The busiest I ever saw it was Spider-Man 3, which obviously wasn't a very good movie. But people didn't know that opening weekend, right? And I was surprised. People were calling us, and we were checking across town, checking other theaters. Dude, this person is ridiculous. So now I'm in this cardboard sandwich, and this thing is packing tape sealed onto there. But yeah, so they're just hands down the most popular character. With DC, I think at one point it was probably Superman. Now it's easily Batman. Just as, I guess, maybe as times have changed, kind of. And I mean, for a long time, it's been Batman. So, Za Collector asks, is there a book in your PC you would never sell? Yes. I've talked about this before. I mean, not that you should know that. I've only mentioned it a few times, but my childhood copy of G.I. Joe #1. So I had it since I was a kid. My dad used to bring G.I. Joe comics back from work trips he would do. My dad was a forester, and he would travel across doing land management and stuff across the Pacific Northwest. And he would bring home comic books for me. And I was a big G.I. Joe kid. I was a big kid, and I like G.I. Joe. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, guys. So I would bring home, he would bring home G.I. Joe comics. And I think for one of my birthdays, he laid a G.I. Joe 1 on me, which was pretty crazy. And so that was probably when I was 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. And that copy got a 9.6 when I submitted. It was one of the first books I submitted to CGC when I started doing CGC submissions about a year and a half ago, something like that. And it got a 9.6 after a press, but still, which I think is pretty cool. So I would never sell that, not in a million years, even though it's a valuable comic book these days. And I'm not somebody who, for a comic like that, I don't have to have a 9.6. I would gladly, be cool with a 9.0 or a 9.2, just for that issue just in general. But since that comic has personal value to me, so yeah, that's one. And then there was something else I was just thinking the other day. I was would I ever sell this? What was it? Oh, I can't remember now. Oh, this is just insane. I'm basically just cutting the poly bag open, guys. Sorry, this is a very boring unboxing for this one. We're making progress. Kinda. See, too much tape. I don't get it with tape. Tape doesn't solve all problems when it comes to shipping, guys. If you're not shipping right, I don't know what you're doing. Use a freaking Gemini. Use a knockoff Gemini. They make plenty of knockoffs. What are you doing? Amar also asks, what do you think of buying off auction sites like Heritage Auctions, worth it or not, for rare comics? So it's in a way, I think if you're going after huge books, if you're going after Amazing Fantasy 15, if you're going after Hulk 1 or what, you're going to pay a premium on Heritage. Because you're going up against a lot of people who are bidding and are out for that book. I mean, you can still, like any auction house, you can still get deals for sure. But I don't think it's really the way to go. A lot of record highs get set at Heritage Auction, but you specifically say for rare books, which is a good point. For some rare books, that's the only place it'll go up for auction. And with that being the case, yes, I could see why you would want to do a Heritage Auction. I think it depends on the book, but I would always shop around. If I'm going after a huge key, I shop around big time. Ooh, oh, hey, I gotta get back to this super chat. Cat Fan's coming in when he wants to see the next comic book. He wants to see this Wolverine. So guys, we are $10 away from unlocking the next super chat prize. Good luck, Cat Fan. If you just hit the $ in the chat, you can super chat. Every dollar that you enter is an entry into a giveaway. I do a random number generator at the end of the show. Okay, so I finally got all through that packaging. That was tedious, but I didn't want to bend the book or anything like that. And I was well rewarded, guys, because I was telling you I was working on that Weapon X run. Well, there's the big boy in that run, number 72, and it's in pretty good shape. One little crease at the bottom right here. May not get that to show up, but there's one little crease in the flames there. Doesn't look like it's color breaking though, so that's really awesome. So that'll go well. First of all, in case you just jumped in, there's the Chin Potter House of Slaughter. I got a couple of those. Very cool. So now I think I'm just missing 74. I think that's the only issue I'm missing now for that run. So got the most important one in that run off my back, which is nice. But yeah, I would feel for you to use Heritage. No, I did not miss your second super chat, Cat Fan. I just was trying to. What happens is if I move on to another comment, I sometimes neglect to go back. So I didn't want to move on and then not finished answering that question. Yeah, that's rough. That's real rough. I'm sorry. But that's the thing is I sold a lot of my comics. If you're also another story, if you're not familiar, I sold thousands of my comic books. Probably like the year comic books started becoming like a thing again. Like there was a long dark period from in the 2000s where comic books weren't a big deal. Of course, there were still comic books that were valuable, of course, but there was it was before we started seeing the show-based spec. Like Walking Dead, I think, kind of brought us into that era, and then the MCU just blew it up. J2 says that although he's never bought anything off Heritage, yeah, they're reputable. I agree with J2 here. They're reputable for sure. Still have my McFarlane Torment number 5 parter that I read to death. Oh, 5-parter. I don't know why I read it that way. I sold my old, yeah, exactly. I sold like in 2017, 2016. Yes, you do pay a premium and buyer fees, and there's a lot. There's a lot. But for big books, I definitely think it's possible that you're going to get the best deal there for those really huge mega keys. But also, I mean, some of that stuff goes up on like short box. Some of it goes up on 9-panel. Some of it goes up on, lots of different places, really. So there are still places to get it. Oh no. Was that ASM 252, or was that 300 or Secret War 8? Oof. I hate to hear about that. You're not, that's kind of a good, I'm probably going to start talking about insuring comic book collections. Not that it completely erases all that, because some comics are just irreplaceable. Like if that G.I. Joe 1 burned up in house fire, man, I would be beside myself. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the second Super Chat prize. So probably to my detriment, but I just want to show you what the next one is. And there's more Super Chat prizes. I will unlock more stuff. But before I do my FOC unboxing, I want to show you that. So you get this Kyle Hotz X of Swords creation #1. This is the first appearance of the original Horseman of Apocalypse. I went pretty big on this because I love this Kyle Hotz cover, this Wolverine cover. So I have a bunch of these, including slabbed. And so you'll see me sell these every once in a while or try to do prizes on them. I love this book. I think it's a great book. Right now, Cat Fan Comics Man is walking away with these 2 comic books for $10. Free shipping because it's a Super Chat prize. I have more stuff here that I will add, including a signed comic book, including a Kevin Eastman variant, and including an exclusive local comic shop day comic. So there's more stuff. So continue to get those Super Chats in if you want to support the show and support the channel. Hey, Doc, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Oh, man, that's savage, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, I'll be covering the insurance thing. And like, that's not like a solving the problem kind of thing, right? Like I was saying, some of that stuff's still irreplaceable. It's just, I think a lot of comic collectors, first of all, people that have renters insurance or homeowners insurance, sometimes don't realize that their stuff isn't covered. Collectibles aren't covered. Firearms often aren't covered. Depends on your policy. There's, insurance companies kind of famously don't like to pay out claims. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so this is the last unboxing. This is my FOC order from economicsandcomics.com. And once I'm done with this, we'll get into this is a big one too. We'll get into the news for the week and cover some of the big stories. I'm going to get these out carefully. Oh, hey, we have SG coming in hot with a $5 Super Chat. Let me get you written down. Good luck, SG. SG won last week, I believe. Yeah. You actually shipped out your stuff on Monday. So, good luck there. So we have more Jesco covers this week. The Jesco Marvel Masterpieces. There's a thing for Fantastic Four 37. And this is the Thor 18 Thor cover. Just can't go wrong with these. Trial of Magneto #3. Obviously the Magneto cover. Gorgeous. I thought this was a cool cover. Popstar Assassin. Just thought that was really neat. Little Marilyn Monroe, Elvis. Not really even an homage. I'm just looking at the quality. So this is an Image book. As you know, Image is not replacing their books or doing second printings. Can't actually like wrote over the cover. I can't remember the title. Something Nightmare. Nita Harris's Nightmare. I can't remember. But it's an Image #1 looked pretty interesting on FOC. There's a Sweet Paprika naughty cover. Nice. That's how I like you. No fucks given about anything or anyone. So I'll have to check that out when I'm not on a monetized stream. Picking up, pretty much just picking up Batman. So Batman 115. This was the variant for Darth Vader 17. I just had a good feeling about this one. There's a color version of this cover as well. Nightmare Blog. Thank you, J2. That's what it is. Sword number 9, Jusko, which is the Storm cover. Famously or infamously, Storm is my kind of least favorite core X-Men, but that's I love that art. Oh, that's cool. Can't remember what cover this is. Yeah, when they write over the title, and I ordered FOC like 2 months ago. It's kind of hard to remember what it is. Tape, you're breaking on me here. This is Phoenix Song Echo number 1. Stormbreaker. Like, I could not remember which one that was. So if you guys, that's another thing. Speaking of FOC, so I know the Thing cover by Bermejo just got changed. They changed the cover art between FOC and release date. It really ticks me off because the FOC totally looked like one of those Alex Ross Timeless variants. There you go. Wolverine Sabretooth Jusko. For Wolverine 17. I think I got 2 of those. Yeah. Always bet on Wolverine covers. So this is Gun Honey, I think 2nd print FOC for number 1, I want to say. Death of Doctor Strange number 2, Jusko. Just picking up all the Jusko covers because I was such a huge fan of those. High Republic 10 variant. Yeah, Storm's great. I mean, so it's like a low watermark, right? Like even the worst X-Men is still, I like Maggot. You know, I like most of the X-Men. So Thor 18 with the Throg cover there. Also like that one. But I actually love Magic. I've developed a fondness for Magic. Speaking of which, had to get the Momoko Magic cover there. I pick up a lot of Magic covers. Try to get the glare off there. That's a good one. Boy, one of my Super Chat prizes I can unlock might be a Magic cover. I don't know. Just saying. Hellcop 3D Halloween special. A little late for Halloween, but I heard this was an awesome read in 3D, so that's cool. Motherfuckers number 5. Motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't know if this I don't know about this Harley Quinn cover, but I picked it up anyway. I mean, I kind of like the crazy eyes because it is appropriate, right? So the Gleason Stormbreakers Wolverine. Thought that was very cool. Yeah, try to get the glare off there. And I forgot this artist's name already, but they're doing some pretty good stuff. There's the Trial of Magneto Scarlet Witch cover they did. They're starting to do more and more. Yeah, Magic's my fave. And then thanks, J2. I have a few of the First Prophet issues. Okay, cool. I picked up the 9/8 graded Psylocke. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Vincent, how you doing? Right now, we're going to do finishing up my unboxing of my comics for the week. And then we're going to talk about the news of comics for the week. Here's your Stormbreakers Moon Knight. Gun Honey number 2. That's the cover I went with. I went big on Gun Honey 1. And then that's the one I selected for number 2. And then this is the Death of Doctor Strange Stormbreakers. Also very cool. I got my invoice in this one, so I'm gonna dig that out real fast. Yeah, I love that Wool V. Gleason cover as well. So economicsandcomics.com, good place to go for your FOC books, because he takes care of your books for you, which is nice. Just real fast before I get into the news, here are your super chat prizes. We got the Kyle Hotz Exoswords creation. If you super chat, you get a chance to win that. And then the Catwoman, there's more super chat prizes that can be unlocked with additional super chat donations. So very cool stuff. Hey, well, welcome to the show, Vincent. I think you've popped in before, right? I want to say I've seen the Homer avatar before. Right on. Yeah, that Psylocke masterpieces you were talking about is a great one. And yeah, Gun Honey 2 is really good too. So I made my little overlay for Booty Cover of the Week. And good thing Preston's not here, or else he'd have my ass. And we didn't have one this week. So I like to show it off because I'm proud of it, but no Booty Cover of the Week this week because there was just no booty covers. Just didn't happen. I had some stuff that could have came in. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll actually show off one. What's the newest Kickstarter? Wargasm? Talk about that real fast. So fun stuff. How's everybody's week going so far? Oh, hey, we got a couple of folks in here. Got the art chemist in here. Hey, how's it going? What's been going on with your week? What have you picked up this week? And we got Tricky Trapster in here as well. What's up, people? Thanks for coming in. And then one other thing I wanted to talk about as well. So don't know why my internet's going so slow, but you know. Let's talk about switch over. I was having I was just reading that on my phone as that came through. I feel like I'm having maybe a slight internet issue here. So if I'm dropping in and out, let me know. I'm seeing chat come through on my phone where I'm kind of monitoring my feed, but not through my little chat thing here. I hate it when stuff like that happens. So I'm going to stop this and restart it. That's what I'll do because I want to be able to highlight those super chats. Okay, so just bear with me as I get this set up. I don't know why my Wi-Fi has been having a little hard time keeping up, I think, with everything. Okay, so seems like we're back up and running. Okay, so I wanted to highlight Cat Fan, Comic Man's super chat. There we go. 380. That's an oddly specific amount. All right, so we're almost up to $20. If we get to 30, I'll unveil the next super chat prize. Oh, hey, we got Ralph coming in. Ralph with a $5 super chat. Let me get that written down before we switch over to the news here. Good luck, Ralph. Hey, Bronze, coming a little late. Wanted to say what's up, and let's get the super chat moving up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So just so you know, the prize that we've unlocked so far, this was the first one from Dangerous Waters Comics and More. This Catwoman 34. And then the first unlock we've seen so far is this Ten of Swords Kyle Hotz Wolverine cover. This was an exclusive cover as well. It's also the first appearance of the original Horseman of Apocalypse from Morocco. So, Daddy duty's in full effect. Yeah, for sure, man. I got the little one down today. And she's sleeping well so far, which is nice that she lets me do this. So I'm going to switch over and try to get my browser going. The screen may go black for a second. I don't want anybody to freak out. That was part of the technical problem I was having at the beginning of the show, but we should be able to get it resolved. Screen will probably be black. Don't freak out. Okay, cool. I'm still in the corner there. That's important. Oh, here's where it's going to go black for a second. There we go. Beauty of doing things live, right, guys? Kind of make that a little bit more. There we go. Boom. Okay. So anyways, it was the extra amount I had before reaching a whole amount. Oh no, that's cool, dude. I appreciate that. My OCD game is strong. So I know it's on this ransomware article, but before I get to that, I wanted to talk about La Booty cover. No, don't do that. So we're doing it live, guys. So I backed the Kickstarter for Brian Polito's Hell Witch versus Lady Death Wargasm #1. I finally selected the reward level I wanted and everything. No, it's not gonna let me do that, is it? So you know, it looks like some pretty good art inside this one. Looks like kind of a fun story. I think these are kind of fun. I don't know what you'd call it, like heavy metal kind of covers. If you remember like the anime heavy metal, like, I don't know. I think it's fun stuff. I enjoy getting their Kickstarters too, because you usually get tons of different packages, tons of different prizes and unlocks and that kind of stuff. So I was going to show off. I mean, there's some good ones here, and they got 2 days left on their Kickstarter, guys. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, go check out Coffin Comics. Go check them out on Kickstarter. That Sitem is really cool. That kind of Vegas-y one. But this is the one that I went with. Only I got to get to the comic, which was reward 14. So I went with the Chatzudis. I like Chatzudis's art. So, you know, since I don't have a booty cover to show off, and if Preston watches on the rewind, I'll hear hell about it. There is my booty cover of the week. Okay, so we got that taken care of. It'll be coming later on. You know, you get all the backer freebies and all that stuff. There's still some cool stuff available. The one that I wanted the most sold out, and I'll show you that one real fast. I don't know. It was kind of expensive, so I may not have done it anyway. But let me get to it here. You can see why. If you guys know the kind of covers I like, the cake covers. There's so many rewards you got to go through and kind of check out. Whoa, what is going on there? Did I pass it? I know it's one of the sold out ones. Oh, dang. Start scrolling that little thing. Did I pass it? How could I have passed it? Anyways, just some really cool stuff. There's one really good cover. that I wanted to show off should be kind of in here. Dang. It was like the what do they call it? This is great TV, I know. You guys are just having a great time, I bet. Well, I should have had that pulled up ahead of time, I guess. But yeah, just some really good art. Watching a guy endlessly scroll through awards here. Some really fun stuff. The Sun K cover was pretty good. You know, obviously, I think that's pretty fun. Just that, yeah, again, that heavy metal style art. I still haven't gotten my reward back from the last Lady Death Kickstarter. I think that's supposed to ship in December, and I'm pretty sure I got a mystery envelope on that one. So that'll be fun to unbox. There's the hardcover. My OCD is not going to be satisfied until I find, that's fun. That's fun. Until I find this cover. There we go. The Go Ass 2-book set. That would have been cool, but unfortunately it is sold out. So lots of cool stuff still available though. Go check out the Coffin Comics Kickstarter. Get some good stuff. If you're into it. If you're not, it's not for everybody. I totally get that. Let's check in with chat making fun of me for my tastes in comic books at this point. Yeah, sorry. 100%. You know it. Just in time. Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, and you know, I've been talking to these guys a little bit. Something I wanted to point out. Maybe some stuff coming in the future here, right? Comic Corner. The Comic Corner is a great shop. I've bought from them before. You've seen some unboxings. I was just gonna see if I could pull up search. There we go. I think this is right. Is it Muffy the Pimp Slayer? So they got these covers in. I thought some of these are really cool. I'll kind of just go through these real fast. That's the Cal New cover. There's the Ariel Diaz. They're not a sponsor or anything like that, guys. Got your Something Is Killing the Children homage. I just thought this was cool. I kind of follow them through the Department of Comics Discord. They post up some stuff. Here's the David Nakayama. So I thought it'd be cool for you guys to go check these out. I got the Mercado, which is a nice one as well. The Kreese, Kill Bill, pretty cool. And I think Kincaid one was pretty good. Oh. I like that one. And then Miller, kind of a bloodier one. And then this is my favorite, the Hughes homage for Catwoman 50. So I just thought it was cool because I know this was a Kickstarter too that a lot of people missed out on. Muffy the Pimp Slayer stuff over at the Comic Corner, and they have some cool stuff too, guys. Like exclusives. They're a CGC authorized dealer. Here you got Department of Truth exclusive, Hulk 1 exclusive. So we're checking out. Go see what's going on over there. But let's get into the news that I talked about in the headline here for the video. So ransomware hits major US comic distributor. This is from PCMag.com. So here's what we know. Last week, Previews and Diamond went down for different periods of time, depending on which site you were trying to access and depending on if you were a retailer or if you were just trying to access the Previews site. I know people, so several comic book dealers, it's weird to call them that, but comic book stores, essentially, that I'm in contact with, were telling me that they were getting email communication from an outside company, so no internal emails. It came out later that the office was shut down for Diamond for a whole day, which is pretty incredible. And now what we've gotten on the back end of this is some stuff that I probably should have talked about this late last week, but I kind of had some insider knowledge on some of this stuff, or just some fast forward on the inside track kind of stuff. And I could have told you that, yes, indeed, they were outsourcing a third party to help them combat a ransomware attack. So according to Diamond, due to system issues we're experiencing, some customer shipments of product with an on-sale date of November 10th will be delayed. So that's what we're going to be seeing, is some delays. There's actually some, it's not across the board. Some stores actually already have their Diamond stuff. I'm familiar with at least one store that has their stuff already. They go on to say, these attacks have unfortunately become increasingly pervasive in recent months, impacting organizations around the world. Now, what they did not comment on is whether or not they paid the ransom or they were able to bypass the ransom. They also haven't released what the source of the ransomware was, which is something that's beneficial for data experts to know. Hey, which threat should we actively be watching out for that you guys were hit with? Because there's a good likelihood that other companies could be targeted with that same malware that can spawn that ransomware attack. So it's pretty interesting. But they did hire a third-party firm that has an investigation underway. They also have contacted law enforcement. So basically, we're kind of in the midst of this kind of new way of life with ransomware attacks. I'm familiar with people in different industries that have been hit by these. I was part of a company that was hit with a ransomware attack. I used to work as a data analyst for WestRock, which makes cardboard, and kind of a big deal even now in the pandemic, because cardboard's in high demand as containers are getting made, and it's being used for a lot of different supplies. And they got hit with a ransomware attack, so it's definitely a real thing. That was kind of that took weeks. It took weeks for us to clean up our operation. I'm no longer employed with them. But that is something that has been going on. Hey, we got Michael Hinton in the house. Just got off for the weekend. Glad you do these late night videos. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad for people that catch it live. I know that, we're kind of a lower population in the stream tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. A lot of stuff must be happening in real life for people. But if you are watching live, I appreciate you being here. If you're watching on the rewind, I appreciate you as well. We've got Larissa. Larissa's in the house. Hello, Bronze. Hi, everyone. Yes, that's awesome. That's fantastic to see you here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So this is basically the upshot here, is that this is going to cause more delays. We're already seeing delays from paper shortages, ink shortages, labor issues, shipping logistics issues, and now we can add ransomware attacks. This also, just to cover the story completely, this if you're not familiar, Diamond is just one arm of Jeppy family of companies, which also includes things like eGerber, the people that make MyLights and Mylars and halfback and fullback boards. It includes a video game and toy auction house. It includes they just bought a grading company for video game and toy grading. Several businesses are under this banner, and I believe they were all affected to varying degrees. Some websites came off and on quicker than others, but that's kind of the news with this issue. Again, just unfortunate. I do expect delays. Also, think about it. So Dynamite now and Image are probably the two, well, maybe not the biggest. Yeah, they're the biggest probably that go through Diamond at this point. And Dynamite paper quality has always been trash. So if you're getting damages and your stores are sending those back, they're going to take longer to get those replacements even than they would have normally. And then Image, excuse me, late night stream. Oh, pardon me. Image is not doing any, practically doing no replacements and no second printings. So you're looking at some potentially disastrous stuff as these shops already are dealing with those kind of issues, and now they're getting their books late. So that is unfortunate. Okay, so let's move on to the other bit of news here. Spider-Man No Way Home. Spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. If you don't want any spoilers whatsoever, I recommend skipping ahead in the video if you're watching on the rewind, or just going la 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 if you don't want to know. But basically, this is the worst kept secret in Hollywood right now. As we've learned that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Charlie Cox are all now confirmed to be in No Way Home, at least in footage that was made. Whether or not it shows up in the final picture, I guess remains to be seen. Oh, excuse me, folks. Apologize. Had to get up early to let somebody into the apartment to check out a leak issue. So it's been a long day. So there are the photos, and there's more photos out there. I didn't want to go to dark web and show everything off, but this is kind of what's out there on Twitter right now and being reposted by articles. There's also a shot of Charlie Cox as well. People could say that they think these are fake. The debunk I saw of whether or not it's fake had the stuff in Aunt May's apartment there with the red lamp and the bookcase. It's clearly visible in another shot from the trailer. You got Jon Favreau there. And that's, I think, the one where he's talking to Charlie Cox. We're going to load up the Twitter sphere here. Yep. So there you have it. Clearly this is courtesy of the John Campy show. I'm not familiar with that source, but still, that's pretty hard to fake right there. That level of detail and quality. Technically, it is possible, but yeah, this is the real deal. This rumor has been out there for a very long time with this stuff. And there you have all three Spider-Mans, kind of for everybody to see. So interesting stuff. I cannot remember the name of the gentleman. The gentleman who played Spider-Man in the 70s TV show officially commented that he was not approached for any kind of roles, which I think would have been kind of cool if they're kind of doing this Spider-Verse kind of thing. But yeah, he was not contacted. So and we already know we're getting a cadre of villains for this film as well. So there you have it. We're confirmation that No Way Home is going to be a very interesting movie, and probably collecting a lot of multiverse for the Sony stuff and the MCU together. Is my guess based on the Venom post credits scene. Yeah, definitely spoiler. That's why I gave the spoiler warning at the beginning of this section. Good point. Daredevil is my favorite. Glad to see him in the MCU. His show is why I started. Yes, the Daredevil Netflix show is a gem. I love that show. Toby's your favorite. Okay, cool. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is a fantastic Spider-Man movie. So I'm excited to see Alfred Molina back in that role. That's very cool. A lot of people say this. I think he brought some cockiness that I thought was kind of cool to the character. That first, what was that? The Amazing Spider-Man. The first one he was in was pretty good. Second one was trash, in my personal opinion, but I really enjoyed that. My prediction: No Way Home, greatest MCU movie yet. Interesting and bold take. I do appreciate that. So, sorry. It's our little intro that forgot to turn off. It'll automatically play every time I come back to this little scene. So the last bit of things this isn't really news. This is more editorial. How much time are we at? Hour and 15 minutes. Maybe I'll save this for a video, but I did kind of want to talk about the Eternals and kind of what people think about the Eternals so far in relation to like Venom. But I think I'm going to save that for a video later on and talk about that. Probably in one of those like voiceover videos like I was talking about. So real fast, I'm going to talk Super Chat prize. You can get in now. 10 of Swords, Kyle Hotz, Wolverine cover there. First appearance of the original Horseman of Apocalypse. And Catwoman Frizen cover. Those are your 2 prizes that are unlocked so far. To Super Chat, all you got to do is hit the $ icon that's in the chat. You Super Chat to the show. It's basically a donation to me to show your support. And I do a random number generator at the end. Right now we have $24 that have been donated to the Super Chat. So I type in 1 through 24. If number 1 if number 1 comes up in the random number generator, Cat Fan Comics Man would be the one who gets the prize, for example. I do have 3 other comic books here that I can unlock if we get high enough in the Super Chats, but right now that's what we're giving away. Michael, I haven't seen Eternals yet. I don't even know anyone who's seen it. That's going to relate a little bit to my theory on Eternals, and I think people are panning Eternals a little prematurely. Is the upshot? I think that I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet, and the reason I haven't seen it is because I'm not going to the movie theater right now. And I think that's why a lot of people haven't seen it, and it's not available streaming like Black Widow was. And then people will say, well, what about Venom? Yeah, it's part of what I'm going to talk about. I think the audience that's going to go to a Venom movie might be more willing to go to a Venom movie than they would be, might be more willing to go to a movie theater right now. That's kind of part of what I would say about that. But for all I know, Eternal sucks. I mean, I haven't seen it. I can't say that it's automatically good or automatically bad or any of that kind of stuff right now. Mark says, I like the people who pronounce, sorry, kind of a funny typo considering what you're saying. I like the people who pronounce internals, which is pretty funny. Did you see what I showed real fast? So right now, the one I threw in, this is from dangerouswaters.com. It's the Frizen Catwoman Batwoman for Catwoman 34. And then the exclusive comic book I threw in is 10 of Swords, Kyle Hotz. Just a really cool, let's try to get my glare off there. Really cool Kyle Hotz Wolverine cover. And it is a key too, because it's the first appearance of the original Horseman of Apocalypse. No, Eternals is not going to be on HBO Max because HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers. So that will not happen. WB movies, Warner Brother movies, DC stuff essentially is going to be on HBO Max, and actually they're going to stop doing that in 2022 because it hurt Dune, for example. A lot of people that would watch Dune aren't going to go to a theater to watch it. That's my take on things. I didn't, and I love Dune. I would gladly go to an IMAX, but I don't really want to be in a room with other people right now for that long, where a lot of people won't be wearing their masks correctly, that kind of stuff. Yes, Eternals is only in theaters and then on Disney Plus later on. Yep, exactly, Larissa. And in my opinion, I was willing to go to a Comic-Con because of the precautions that were in place, and it was in a very, very, very large room. It was very spaced out. They limited attendance. But a lot of people aren't willing to go to movie theaters. Exactly right. God, I still need to watch the trailer for Morbius. I haven't watched it yet. I am interested in that. I heard that trailer was a bit of a mess, but I still need to go see it. Yeah, so that's the thing is from the people that have seen it, the comic fans, the MCU fans that I've talked to that have seen it, loved it. And I think that there's a chance it's a really good movie. I've heard it's a little bit different. My beard's getting all crazy. I've heard it's a little bit different than some other stuff, but yeah, I loved it too. It's just that it cost them an arm and a leg to do that, basically, because they're eating into their own sales for the movie. And it really hurts movies, but I love it. I think it's fantastic. I've wanted it for a long time. So, Still a chance to get into the super chat. We'll give it about a minute here, and then I'll run the super chat prize. So I don't think we're going to get there. So I'll show what the other prizes were, but they're not part of the prize this week. Okay. Just cause I'm vamping for time here. But these would probably be part of a future super chat. This is the Kevin Eastman, Dark Knight 3, Kate's Comics exclusive. You don't see Eastman do a Batman cover very often. So that one's pretty cool. This was one of the ones I was going to give away. Mark Waid signed Captain America comic book. And then another Ten of Swords this is Destruction, actually. This is the Magic local comic shop day exclusive cover. So those will be part of a future giveaway, most likely. And then just real quick, I won't go through the FOC books I picked up, but just for people that are joining us now, I'll show off the special pickups I made. And I didn't really see anybody comment on it, but are you guys digging the kind of slightly different setup here? Is that kind of a cooler background? Hopefully. So I got Marvel Comics Presents 72, the beginning of the Weapon X storyline. And then from a separate seller, I picked up 76 great Barry Windsor Smith covers. So now I know I need 74. I think that's the only other one I need. So almost complete with that run of comics. And I'm trying to get all the Sam Keith ones too. Like I have the bigger ones like 85 and stuff that are starting to do pretty well. From Chin Potter, got his House of Slaughter #1 cover. I got a couple copies of that. His Banksy style covers. So those are pretty cool. Like I said, I did get, you know what? I'll dig that out real fast. Give me 1 second. It wasn't far away, so why not? So I love Amanda Connor and I love Jimmy Palmiotti, and I was a big fan of this Power Girl run. So I sent that in for the signing that they had. It's Adam Hughes cover for Power Girl #1 and got both of them to sign it. Very happy to have that back. And I got a 9/8, so that's awesome. But because I have that slab now, I have that whole run. And I have #27, which is the first Warren Liu cover ever. I have that slabbed in a 9/8 as well, but I probably won't replace that because it's expensive. But because of that, I wanted to get the A cover from Amanda Connor. So there's that. Very cool. So I'm glad I have that too. And then Dazzler #1. Oh man. And then Spectacular Spider-Man 101. Love that cover. Thanks to Eddie's Mullet for reminding me that cover existed and then making me go out and find it. But I got that from that comic book guy on IG. So I see a super chat coming through. Let me get caught up with chat here. Magic, yeah. Sorry, I just didn't get enough super chats to unlock the next prizes. I find it amazing that MCU and DCEU are basically copying each other on basic premise: Crisis, Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, Flashpoint. Yeah. I mean, I don't find it that surprising. You didn't say surprising; you said amazing. So. I guess I'm meaning a slightly different thing there than you were saying. But yeah, it's I can't blame DCEU for doing that. I hope that the DCEU uses Flashpoint as a way to kind of mix and match the best things they've done. Let's keep Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, especially the first movie I think was great. Let's keep her portrayal of Wonder Woman. Let's keep Aquaman. Let's you know, get a new Batman. Let's get Superman in there in a different way. Maybe even get a different Flash in there. I'm not sure I love Ezra Miller's Flash, but you know, hopefully it gives them a chance to kind of create a more cohesive universe that I think we all can care about. That'd be nice anyway. Maybe I'm just wishing and dreaming. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not a super hard one to find. It's just kind of the last one I needed. They did the same thing as comic companies too. Yeah, 100%. Like comic companies copying each other is as a tale as old as time. We got Apitz Benzinen. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Nice comic there. What t-shirt you wear now with standing and move the microphone of yours? Sure. I'll show you as best I can here. Let me make sure I can see the camera and get your message out of the way. I probably won't stand up because I just don't want to. But let me see. You need the microphone to hear me. Millennium Falcon blueprint, and it's got a Star Destroyer, First Order Star Destroyer blueprint. It's kind of a cool shirt. I've had it for a while. I like it. Thanks for the compliment there. I appreciate that. Yeah, that Potter cover is really nice. And then Gets Lost in Comics came in with a super chat. So again, I have to do the conversion here. I think that's like $5. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in as $5. Gets Lost. Hey, I really appreciate you joining into the show too. What time is it there? And then, so kind of what we talked about on the auction when you did the super chats. If you're willing to pay, if you win, if you're willing to pay the difference in shipping that I would be looking at versus like a domestic US shipping for like a flat rate letter or envelope, if you're willing to pay the difference, then we can have you receive the super chat. Shipping to Malaysia is not cheap. So that's kind of where we'll be at for that. Oh, Zockluck, you're still trying to find Power Girl 27. I just saw, so I was trying to help Preston find one a little bit. And I was looking at eBay auctions and keep checking. There was a lot of the entire run that just sold, and you could have gotten all of them for like 125, I think is what it went for. Including that cover, but that cover sells alone for like 125, and then you could keep whatever you want for the rest or sell the rest. So you also say it sounds like a good time to find DC keys since everybody is focusing on Marvel. It's an interesting concept. So I love the channel ETA Nick. Go check out his stuff. He was kind of looking at some Heritage auction results and seeing what happened, and he pointed out like DC Silver Age is just no one's buying, dude. No one. So when will they? Unless the DCEU does for DC Comics what the MCU has done for Marvel Comics, I don't know that we're really going to see huge movement on this. Now, of course, the huge books, you know, the first appearances of major heroes and villains, of course, those are worth money. But smaller books, not so much. Bronze won't stand because he's not wearing pants rolling on the front. No, I'm wearing basketball shorts, which is just a weird, and I've got a big gut, man. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I am wearing pants. I'm wearing pants because I got to take the trash out, so I definitely gotta wear pants for that. We got the Copper Age Babe in the house, just jumping in to say hi. Hope everyone's having a great night. I hope you're having a great night. I hope your inventory is going really well. So it's 2:30 p.m. Is it 2:30 p.m. Thursday there or Wednesday 2:30 p.m.? I would think. I remember what side of the Mercator line or whatever you're on. Just had my lunch and third shit of the day. Fantastic. 3 shits after lunch. I mean, I've been there before. I I used to think Silver Age DC might be a good buy, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I unless DCEU finally fixes some of their problems that they've been having, I don't see it. Like, what's going to cause them to jump? We're at an all-time high for comics collecting. Okay, so it's Thursday there. Okay, thank you I appreciate that. Thank you. So, you know, especially think about it like 6 months ago or a year ago, every comic book was just insane in value, right? And DC stuff still didn't move that much. So what's going to cause it to move? And kind of what you're saying here, unless collectors simply get tired of Marvel, or if they get priced out of Marvel, but people love what they love. And if they don't love DC the same way, you know, I think that also what DC is doing with some of its modern stuff and modern characters isn't generating a lot of buzz for some of these characters as well. Now, you get into that age-old adage that collect what you love, collect what you like, go after the books you care about, and I think that still applies. You still should go after stuff you like. So if you like DC stuff, by all means, go for it. But if you're talking about for investing, which I think is kind of the context of what we're talking about here, yes, you have to be careful. You have to be careful investing in DC. I think there's a lot of people that are investing in DC with the mindset of like, well, it's affordable right now. Yeah. Mark also says keys will always be keys, but a lot of Silver Age DC books are just, well, silly, campy. It wasn't really until those Neil Adam covers in the late 60s. Yep. I agree. You know, that said, like I would go after first John Stewart. I would go after first Hal Jordan if you can afford it. I've gone after some of the modern Green Lantern stuff. I think Green Lantern, because with the show coming, has a chance of being successful and kind of pushing some stuff. And I also I just like Jessica Cruz. I like John Stewart. My light is slipping as I talk. Yeah, MCU already has a timeline for the 10 plus years of movies. Of course they do. But so does the DCEU. That's the funny part. They also have a timeline. They might be changing that timeline as things go along. One moment. Got to reply to a important message here. My bad. So they might be changing that timeline. I hope that they are altering their plan because I don't like the product they've been putting out. I like it more than most people. A lot of people hated Batman versus Superman. A lot of people hated Justice League. I liked the Snyder cut a lot. I liked the director's cut of Batman versus Superman. Ultimate cut, I think is what it was called. I liked Suicide Squad. I did not love any of those movies. I didn't love them, but I liked them. And a lot of people didn't. So unless that changes, I think that, you know, with all modern spec, not all, 90% of modern spec is based on movies and TV shows, mostly movies. So if you can't get that right, where's the value going to come from? It's a very fascinating topic. I do admit it's fascinating. Yeah, Man of Steel. I didn't love the ending of Man of Steel, but I liked a lot of it. And I think it's mostly just because I liked Henry Cavill as Superman. You know, I think it kind of trailed off and towards the end of what he's done in the DCEU, but I thought it was cool. So there are good DC movies, but if most people don't like them, they're not going to value those books more. And you know, if there's a really awesome Batman movie, if there's a really awesome Superman movie, like those characters' first appearances are insanely expensive books already. So going after them isn't going to change much. So you have to hope for the villains. You have to hope for the minor characters surrounding it to really pop off. And you have to hope for DC to fix their current situation where they don't seem to be focused on storytelling that is exciting readers as much, or at least not exciting the majority of readers very much. So I think that's kind of where we're at with DC. Anyways, those are my thoughts on DC stuff. Fantastic topic. Glad we got onto that one. So I'm gonna do the super chat giveaway. And get out of here because we are kind of, it's been a slower night. That's cool. I know these are late night shows. If you're watching on the rewind, again, thank you. I appreciate that. And feel free to leave a comment down below and let us know, what your thoughts were on any of these topics. Let me switch over here. Not technically doing nerd news. So right now I'm at 29 in super chat dollars. Again, gets lost. Hopefully you're cool with that concept of paying the extra shipping if you want the books. Otherwise, I'm just going to accept that as a super chat for the channel. And we'll give it away to somebody else if you happen to win. I haven't really heard back from you on that one, which understandably, it sounds like you're busy. So I'll hit this generate button 3 times. The number where the number 4 is right now will be the winner when I hit it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. 29. So it is Gets Lost in Comics. So Gets Lost. Get back to me if you want to pay the difference in shipping to get the books. Let me know. If you just want it to be a donation to the channel, what I'll probably do is roll these comic books over to like next week or whatever for super chat maybe. But it's up to you. You get a hold of me and we'll figure out what we can do. But I don't think this is enough to cover the cost of shipping right now. So to Malaysia. So definitely let me know what you want to do about that and we will talk about that. Let's see if he's in here. I was told DC from 1950 to 57 are to watch out for because they did not sell as well against PRE code horror, etc. Yeah, that's true. That's true. From what I know, but I mean, but what is it actually gonna do? Because if the books don't matter, it doesn't matter how rare they are. Hey Manny, how's it going? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, superhero books from then. Yeah, to 66. That's a pretty good mark. Even some of the Marvel stuff is pretty silly around then. Like you got, I mean, I've been telling people I've been reading the classic X-Men Stan Lee stuff, and it's cheesy as hell, right? I mean, it's been a while since I read it, but as a kid, it was more forgivable. As an adult, it's pretty rough. And anytime I go back and read from that era, I mean, it's fun. I still like reading stuff like that, but it definitely hits a lot differently than even stuff in the Bronze Age does, for example. But yeah, so I was kind of just seeing if Gets Lost was going to make a comment. So if you're seeing this again, Gets Lost, hit me up. We'll talk about what you want to do about that. Yeah, until then, I'm just going to say, hopefully everybody has a great week and I hope you all enjoyed the show. I want to sign off as I always do by saying, hey, 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 hey. Read comics every day. Have a great week, everybody. I'll catch you in the next video.